everyone, welcome back to Wildwood Cottage and welcome back to Wales. We've had some rain, finally. It's been raining today and the air smells nice and fresh, finally. So as you can see, I'm in the polytunnel and I've come out to try and tie up the tomatoes because the tomatoes have started getting really big and they all need staking now. There's loads of flowers, but you know, there's not many bees. I don't know whether you've noticed where you are, whether you've got fewer bees this year, but I've not seen as many bumblebees. And I saw an article on the BBC today, and it said that bumblebees are really struggling at the moment because a lot of their diet is water-based pollen. And apparently because of the water levels being so low and the moisture levels being so low, the bumblebees are struggling at the moment. So what I want to do is I want to try and put some water stations out for them with some pebbles in, so that they can have a little stopgap in the heat, because apparently their bodies overheat in the hot weather, so they're not able to regulate the temperatures. So to put little saucers out around the place with a few stones in, just to help them, so they've got somewhere to settle, but to be able to have some water. So that's what I'm probably going to do over the weekend, is try and do that because we're expecting, even though it's rain today, there's a little bit more rain forecast tomorrow. But you know, it's not been a lot of rain. It's just been that misty, wispy Welsh type rain. That's the only way. The stuff that soaks you right through when you go out for a walk. Um, so yeah, it's not really rained hard. I'll let you know what the millimetre level is when I've read the rain gauge tomorrow. But it's not going to be much. It really isn't going to be much. But yeah, so today I'm going to get on with staking the tomatoes and tying them up. I'll show you the other polytunnel as well because that's doing really well. I'm really pleased. It's doing better than this one, to be honest. And I don't know whether it's because it's slightly lower down and it's regulating its own temperature in there. This one's just getting very hot in the heat. But you know, the tomatoes are loving it. So I'll show you a little look around. I finally got my asparagus planted out in the garden. My celery is about this big, so hopefully that's going to do well. I harvested my potatoes today, well, the new ones that I put in, and I got half a red bucket full. I'll show you the red bucket. Out of 4 of these and this, I got half a bucket, but something had been eating them. Um, I've noticed really big holes going right the way down to the bottom, so they've actually been eating the potatoes while I've been in the soil. So I managed to get a good harvest anyway. I'll get about 3 or 4 meals out of them for me and my husband. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of potatoes. But to be honest, I didn't expect a lot because I haven't been able to water because of all the dry weather, and they just weren't growing. They were just dying off on the top. So what I did get, to be honest, I was very pleased with. I've been talking to a couple of viewers and they've been saying that their courgettes are setting, but they're not growing, or the flowers aren't getting pollinated. So it's not just me, it is across the board where you've had hot weather. Things just aren't moving along, are they? And now time's marching on and we're getting towards the end of July, and now I'm starting to think towards the autumn. So I think I'm going to do some more seeds. Um, I've got lots of seeds ready to get sown, and my husband bought me a nice magazine for my birthday, and it's got seeds in that as well. So we'll have a little look at that together. But yeah, not much is moving on at all in the Victory Garden. Gordon's garden next door that way is doing better than mine. So yeah, it says it all, doesn't it? Mr. Rat is still causing problems. We're going to go down and have a look in a minute because I've got to go and try and fill the holes in where he's getting in. Being a bit of a nuisance. Every time I fill a hole in, he eats his way in another way. And he's really freaking the chickens out. The chickens aren't happy at all at the moment. They're really disturbed. And that's just because he's such a big rat. Do you know, I was up the garden yesterday and I was getting some branches to put in the fire pit because we sometimes have a fire pit on a Friday night and sit out on the porch and chew the fat and just sit round a little campfire. And I went up to get some branches last night and I heard this little pitter patter of feet and then this thump as it hit the floor. It only climbed over the gate, dropped down onto the floor, and then I could hear it walking and I just stopped and they shouted "Rah!" at it, and it just like just looked at me. And then it just darted off. And oh, it's horrible. It's a black one as well. It's not a brown rat, it's a black rat. And its body is probably about 6 inches long. And then this long tail. Oh, I think it's a field rat. Oh, he's horrible. He really is horrible. I try to be kind to all wildlife, but I draw the line at rats. So the chickens are getting really freaked out because he's going in and eating the food. So I've really got to try and sort their run out to stop him getting in any further. So that's the updates at Wildwood Cottage. We're going to have a little look around and I'll show you a few bits and bobs around the garden, but there's not a lot today. I've been feeling quite tired and I've not done much. So I've not got a lot to show you. But on a Wednesday now, instead of doing Friday specials, I think I'm going to have a little look on Wednesdays at looking back at some older videos and just putting a compilation together on a Wednesday of an old video, because you probably haven't watched all my videos, and I don't blame you if you haven't, because there's about 400 of them. And I just thought I'd take some of the tidbits that I've put in some of the old videos, some of the things that I've made, some of the things that I've advice that I've given, and pop it into a video on a Wednesday going through the summer. So that's the plan moving forward. If you're liking my videos, do like and subscribe and hit that bell. And do have a look at the memberships if you're interested in becoming a Wildwood Cottage companion. And there's a lot more extras involved in the membership. So have a look at the join button as well. But we're going to go and have a little look in the polytunnel. The other polytunnel, I'm going to show you my tomatoes in there because I'm really pleased with them. And then we're going to come back in here. We're going to tie the tomatoes up and I'm going to have a look through my seeds and see what we can sow. And then we'll go down and have a look at the rats. So that's kind of how the format's going to be for today. So we'll go and have a look in the other polytunnel. So this polytunnel is doing really well. I'm really, really pleased with it. I tied up my tomatoes the other day and as you can see, there's loads of flowers on them. These are plum romas, I think. And they're just reaching up to the sky. I think they just want to grow and keep on growing. I do try to let some of the side shoots grow because I get a lot more tomatoes that way if I let the side shoots grow. You know, a lot of people take out the one that comes out of here. Well, a lot of people take them off, but I like to leave them on. But they seem quite happy with the stakes on. I think this is the only Tigerella one that I've got that I grew. Um, but they're all looking really good, aren't they? Really good plants. They seem to love it in here. So yeah, I need to give them a bit of a feed because I've not had any food, but they have had a top dressing of manure on top. Something's been trying to get in there. But yeah, they're doing really well. I think these are the plum ones. Yes, they are. There you go, plum Roma. So yeah, they need a bit of a feed, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm tired today, so I don't really want to do too much. But all this side here is the plum. Oh, look, there's another Tigerella. There you go. Nice lines on it. I think that's how you know what they are, because of the lines. That's my guess, anyway. But yeah, this polytunnel's done really well. Have you seen my Cape gooseberries? I've never seen such good plants. I love Cape gooseberries. They are the ones, the little orange fruits with the paper cases on. And these were just something I found in the garden centre, and they seem to have done really well. And my marigolds have done really well. Do you know what? I've not really looked after this polytunnel at all, and it just seems to be rewarding me without me having to do anything. So yeah, they have been watered, but I can't water very much at the moment because the water's quite low here. The reservoir's gone quite low, so our water pressure's dropped. So I've got to be careful how much water I use. But yeah, all going well in here. Very happy. Very happy lady. Oh, I need to get my string so that I can go and get on with the other polytunnel. So we'll take that with us. But I mean, look how beautiful they are. Aren't they gorgeous? So I don't know whether I need to stake these or whether I can just grow them along the soil. I think I might just try growing them on the soil, you know. Yeah, look. Oh, look, I've got fruit. Let me see. Put that down. Can you see the fruits? Let me see. Can you see the little fruits in there? These little lanterns then produce some really beautiful, juicy fruits. Little orange fruits. They're gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. So I think I'm just going to let this trail and do its thing because it seems very happy. So yeah, very happy. Let's move this bucket. Oh, rats. I need to get a couple of bamboo canes, but we'll leave it like that for now. Right, let's go and get on with the string in the other polytunnel. Right, so this border I planted out the other day, and these are the courgettes that I sowed earlier in the year. But they seem to be putting on quite a bit of growth now. This is I think that's a butternut squash, but it doesn't seem to be producing any fruit at the moment. But I'm just letting that do its thing as well. And I've got some sweet corn in there. And I put my rose back in, but sadly it's died on the top, so don't know if it's going to do anything. But something's been having a nibble in my garden. I can't see any caterpillars, so I'm not sure what it is. But these are self-sown. They sowed themselves there. I think it might be slugs, I'm not sure. And these are all self-sown as well. Oh, it looks like it's had me colettes. Got one. I've got one left. Oh dear. Maybe I'll sow some more if I've still got them. But yeah, my cauliflowers came to nothing at all. I mean, look at that in there. That's ridiculous. And I'll show you the other one. Look at these. Sadly, they've all gone to seed. They've come to nothing. But that's simply just the weather. I've got a small courgette coming just down there, but it's not growing. And in this bed here, something was having a nibble of my sweet corn, but it seems to have left these ones alone. But I'm not sure if it's that right, you know. But then in here, look, I've got some lovely little yellow of those flying saucer type squash, but they're just falling off, unfortunately. But yeah, it's been a learning curve this year, if nothing else. And then this bed here is my mint. I've got 3 different types of mint in there. And then here was my, what were they? Broad beans, but something's eaten them as well. Those kohlrabi have been in for ages. They've just not grown at all. I want to start again. But my runner beans are doing well. I've just put some manure on them. They're forming flowers, but it's whether there's enough bees to be able to pollinate the food. Well, at least there's plenty of flowers, and they're growing up to the sky as well up there. But yeah, I do like runner beans, so I just hope that they do start to grow. And as yet, I've had no courgettes on this one, just flowers. Not a single courgette. And I need to harvest my lettuce. It's finished now, pretty much. Right. I always take off the bottom leaves because it lets the light in, and it means then that the energy can go into producing the flowers. So just the bottom ones, and then as the plant grows, I just keep doing that up the plant. So I'm going to carry on and do all of these, and then get on with another job up the garden sorting that rat out. Right, okay, so that's that. So what I'll do is I'll start tying these in a little bit as well. but I'm going to do a looser string. So find out the height of your things. I'm going to tie it here. So it can't slip down the stem. Loosely, I'm going to gather these up. There we go. That'll sort them out for a bit. Just gives the stem a chance to strengthen as well. Right, so that's that done. So I've been looking through my seeds and there's quite a bit actually that I could still sow now. It's only 25th or 26th of July. And apparently you can still sow the French beans, and you can still sow some types of squash as well. But you won't get a harvest until October. But yeah, I think I'm going to have a go. So I'll just show you what I'm going to have a go of. Right. So I've been having a look at my seeds, and I've got these patty pan. Now I've got the yellow ones growing in the garden already. So let me just bring you forward a bit. I've got the yellow ones growing in the garden already. So I'm going to have a go with these white ones, but I don't want to open this packet because I've only just bought it. It's good till 2028, but I do have this packet that's open. Opened last year, so I'm going to have a go of sowing them. There's only a few seeds left in there, so I think it's worth a go because it says you can still sow them up until July, but you won't harvest them now until October, so it's definitely worth giving them a go. It says a bushy variety of good production, producing long curved fruits. Oh no, not that one. Early sized, vigorous plant producing medium sized, firm, flat, white fruits. Treat the same way as other courgettes. So I'm going to give them a go. Now it says to sow them outside and then transplant them in the latest August. So I think we'll still be good to go with them. So I'm going to have a go. So I've got those to do. And then I've got the curry red, which is a red squash. I'll just see if I can find them for you. Where are they? There we are. This type. Now it says you can still sow these until May. But you know, I think it might be worth giving them a go because you can still harvest them until till October. So I think growing them in the polytunnel, I might be able to get a harvest slightly later. So I'm going to have a go with them because I've got these seeds here. They were open this year. And there's a few in there. But you know, I'm just going to give them a go, see what happens. And then I've got this one. It's called, it's a crook net zucchini. And it says mid-early bush variety of good production, producing long curved fruits with consistent yellow flesh. So I'm going to try them. It says you can still sow them up until July. It's only sort of third week in July, so there's still a week or two left. And then it says transplant them in August, and then you'll be able to harvest them then until October. So we're still in with the chance to have a few of them as well. So I'm going to have a go, and I might try planting them in here, and then I'll get a longer season out of them if I plant them in here than outside. But they look really nice. I've not grown them before, so we'll give them a try. There's a lot of other seeds I want to try as well, but the packet's in the house, so I'll show you them in the next vlog. Because I bought a seed packet off Amazon, and you got, I think it was 30 different varieties of seeds, herbs, vegetables, flowers, for £15. So I'll pop them in the link in the description bar below for you to have a look at. But you got every variety under the sun to be able to grow at least one of something, like beetroot, carrots, kale, sprouts, squash, courgettes, cucumbers, tomatoes, and then there was herbs, there was parsley, dill, rosemary, thyme, sage, and it was £15 for all those seeds, plus flowers. You got zinnias, you got calendula, marigolds, you got sweet peas, you got edible flowers like borage and cornflower. So it's definitely worth having a look. So I'll pop a link in the description, or I'll pop a picture here for you to have a look and see if there's anything there that you fancy. So we're just going to go up and have a look at the rat, go and see if I can keep him out. I've got my hammer. Hopefully I won't need the hammer for the rat, but I'm going to go and try and seal them in for the night so that he can't get in and wreck my chickens. I might just put another piece of wood across, but we'll see. We'll go up and have a look anyway and see what we can do. So this is my flower border. It's looking very sorry for itself. Everything's gone to seed, but hopefully that rain will perk things up a bit. There's always next year, isn't there? Right, let's go and sort these chickens out. Maybe you can hear the noise out of her. So, yeah, here we are. So, this is the barricade so far to keep him out. I've put my saw there to try and keep him out. But the next place he started eating his way in is at the back. And try as I might, you see that hole at the back there? That's where he's at his way in overnight last night. So I need to figure out how I'm going to stop him eating his way in there. But he's terrorising my chickens. He has been getting in down here. Come on, off you go. Let's go. Down here. I can smell him. And I put some bricks there in that pan lid, and when I came out this morning, he'd knocked the brick over and he'd moved the pan lid out of the way and gone back in underneath. So I need to get myself a bit of wood, I think, and build it up. And then he's got more wood he needs to dig through. So this is where the fox was the other morning, and we've just seen him this evening out by the front. So we've got a fox as well now, just to make things more exciting. Ooh. Right, so that's where he nibbled his way in overnight, just there. So now I need to see how I can keep him out. Maybe a piece of perspex might do it. That might be better, mightn't it? You see on my bricks where I've been putting stuff to keep him out. Because he was living in here, you know. He dug his way in under here. The ground's too hard now. So, yeah, I think I'm going to put something across there now, just see if I can find something. Okay, so I'll put a piece of wood down here now. There's my hammer. So hopefully that'll stop him. I'm going to go and screw it in from the other side. And try and get in and screw it in from the other side. And see where else he's trying to get in. I know a few of you have been having trouble with rats, but as you can see, he's been trying to chew his way in on the top here as well. He's a determined little blighter. So I think I'm going to have to put some more wood along the top here as well and try and stop him. Maybe even build this up a bit so it's not as noticeable, it's not as accessible, should we say. That might be a good idea actually. Right, so I'm just going to screw this in now from the other side if I can get in. I mean, I'm supposed to be building them chicken tunnels, and I don't know if I'm just going to be making more of an easy access for the rat if I do that. Do you know, I'm just really scared in case he comes back. Because he's a horrible thing. And I can smell him. He just seems to be going for the wood that's easy to get bite into. Yeah, I lost Pippa to rat bait, so I don't want to lose any more chickens. The midges are out, but hopefully I've managed to stop him getting in. I had this problem 3 years ago, but I had a rat infestation a few years ago, so this is just one rat. But he's not off causing a lot of trouble. And I think he's eating his way into my shed as well. I've had to leave the window open for Sid the squirrel that we had, because yeah, I feed Sid the squirrel, so I don't really want to stop putting food out for him. But if all I'm doing is feeding the rat, then I don't know. I think I'm just in one of those moods today. Swallow fledglings are about too fast for me to film for you. Anyway, I've got something else I want to show you. I want to ask your advice. I want you to tell me in the comments section below what you think I should do. So I'm just going to put my tools down and we'll go and have a look. Right, so I started building this about a year ago, and I just kind of lost heart with it and not really done much with it. Now, I built the main uprights out of tree branches, and they're quite sturdy. It's quite sturdy in the wind now, but it's not straight. This end is out this way, that side is back that way, and it's not straight. It's a bit skew with. Now, I'm not sure whether to take it down because there's no view from it. We'll go in, we'll have a look. If you're in here, that's the view. Not really much to look at. That will be a flower border eventually, and there is the view that way. But once you sat down, you can't see it. So I'm not sure whether to take it down because we've got that now, and we have a nice view sat there. Excuse the mess. We've had quite a lot of wind today, and it's been blowing everything everywhere. And with the rat, I've been moving stuff to try and find out where the rat's been settling. So I don't know. Do I take it down? Do I leave it up? Do I finish it off and make it into the summer house I was going to make it into? Or just do I scrap the idea altogether? Because I was going to make it into an arbour. I've got a rose growing there called New Dawn, which is a David Austin one. And it's a nice peach rose. So I don't know, because the pergola in the secret garden here lends itself to being a summer house. Now, do I need two summer houses? It's got a cracking view from here. It needs tidying up. Haven't had my lawnmower or my strimmer this summer, so but that's the view that way. So do I just do the summer house in here, or do I do two? I don't know. Let me know in the comments section below what you think, because this part of the garden's got the pond and it does get wildlife coming in, and it just lends itself to being a nice summer house. Or do we just leave it as a pergola and put a plastic roof on the top for when it rains? I don't know, because I'm also building a workshop up the garden, and do we need that many structures, or am I just going overboard? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. It'll be interesting to see what you all think. Kindly. But yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I'm just in one of those moods today. The fox has been about, the rat's been about, and I don't know, I'm unsure. I don't want to waste my time if it's just going to be too much in the garden. All my structures are kind of getting to the end of their life cycle now, because the thing with building with tree branches is that once they start rotting, you have to start again. So my rose arch there fell down because the branches had rotted. So I need to finish that. But we've got the oil man coming soon, so I don't want to do too much to that. And I've got another rose arch down there behind the summer house. But I just love those windows. I just think they look really nice. So maybe I should just finish it. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. I'm waffling. Right. So as you can tell by my glasses being skew-whiffed, I'm in a funny mood today. I'm back on Wednesday and we'll do another kitchen video, I think, because my husband's back at work next week. He's been around all week. So I don't really get much done when my husband's around because I never know when he's going to be in the house and when he's not. So, but yeah, we'll get on with something else in the kitchen and we'll see what we get up to. So enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a good week. Do check out the join button and see what you think of the membership and see if you'd like to join, because I've got my new membership going out on Monday, tomorrow, and this month is nut roast. I can't remember what the cake was. I think it was a pie. You've got a meal plan and you've also got a kitchen table chat as well, which was the how I store my sugar. I think you've already had that, not sure. But yeah, there's quite a bit to come for you on Monday if you're a member of my channel. And it's the last 2 tiers that get most of that. But I'm going to go. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I know it's been a bit higgledy-piggledy, but that's where my brain is today. And I'll see you soon. So take care, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye bye.